Welcome everyone, I hope you're doing great today, and I apologize in advance if that changes by the end of this video because of the sheer amount of clownery will annoy you. In this episode of Ghosted, Andi has reached out to Travis and Rachel because she's trying to find this guy, Dade, who she dated for 4 months, who ended up ghosting her. They had met on Tinder, gone on a few dates, but the first red flag is when he took her to this restaurant. And I just want to add that this was on their first date. And she realized that she was getting some nasty looks from some of the wait staff.
We hit it off like really well through the messages. And then a week later, around like February 24th, he said, like, let me take you out on a date.
Where did Dade take you?
He took me to a restaurant called Mango's. We had a great time. But then the girls at the front desk, they were giving me like these mean mug stares. So then I asked him, why are those girls looking at me like that? He said, oh, well, I used to work here. And my ex used to work here also. I didn't really want to put too much thought into that because everything was just flowing so well. So I just kind of brushed it over.
I understand wanting to avoid conflict in your new relationship, but he should have gotten like a mean side eye for even doing that.
Did you think it was weird that he took you to Mango's when his ex worked there?
I thought it was extremely weird.
Do you know who she is?
Yeah, I know who she is.
How?
He told me about her, but like he didn't really go into detail.
Taking her to where your ex used to work at for the first date is not a good move, but soon you'll see that Dade usually doesn't make the most wise decisions. Not long after they started dating, Dade suggests that Andi should meet his family, so she meets his mom, Shannon, and his sister, Allie, and they hit it off pretty well.
Then, like around late March, he said, hey, do you want to come meet my family?
That's pretty soon.
Oh yeah, like a few weeks.
Wow.
Immediately, I thought, this is it. Like, the relationship is gonna take the next step. I stayed over there till like 5 in the morning, literally.
His mom stayed up till 5 a.m. too?
Yes! She was like smiling, like nonstop at me. I just knew right then and there his family loved me.
It seemed like everything was going pretty well. She says that she believed that Dade was the one, and this is the person that God has sent her because this is what she's been asking for.
I had prayed to like God, and I said like, you know, if he's the one, like, let me know.
Is that usually how you make decisions? You know, you go to God, you ask him for guidance.
Oh yes, for sure. And I get my answers. God said like, you know, he's the one. So for him to just ghost me, like, what did I do?
I want to be very careful about what I'm about to say because I don't want to sound disrespectful, but when people say this, I feel like they are blind. In my opinion, of course you're going to think that this person is the one because that's what you're looking for at the moment. So you're allowing yourself to put up blinders and not realize anything is going on and turn your level of disconcernment all the way down to 0. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the honeymoon phase of a new love, but I feel like before going all in, you should still be looking out for yourself. I guess being more realistic just so you don't feel sidetracked if something ruins that fantasy. And being sidetracked is exactly what happened to Andi when Dade started distancing himself away from her.
So you were dating for about 4 months?
Yes. He had 2 final tests that he was taking for the firefighter school. After he takes the test, he texts me and says, I failed. I replied back and I said, don't worry about it. Like, you just need to focus more and you'll do great on the next one as long as you study. After I sent that long, sweet message, he doesn't respond at all. So I was really shook. I called him again, but he didn't respond. A week later, he starts posting like sexy photos on Instagram.
Was that out of the ordinary for Dade?
He's never posted pictures like that. I just start like bawling, crying, and I had like a panic attack. Sorry.
It's okay.
Even though Dade has done this to her, Andi says that she's willing to at least hear him out just to know why he's done this to her. And she also still has strong feelings for him. So that's another reason why she wants to reach out.
Find out why he ghosted you.
I still have strong feelings for him. I can't move on to the next relationship until I figure out, you know, why Dade did this to me.
Do you want to be back with him?
I'm hopeful. I want to get married and all of that. Thought it was gonna be with Dade.
They start lurking on Dade's Instagram to see what he's been up to and if any photos can reveal his whereabouts.
Model and future firefighter.
Andy, have you looked at Dade's page since you guys stopped talking?
I've creeped a little bit.
Is this the stuff you're talking about?
Yep.
I only go forward, I never go backwards.
Who are these two people?
Is this his mom?
Yes.
And then is this his sister?
Yes.
Here's the firefighter stuff. It's interesting because the last firefighter thing is November 24th.
Yeah, so I don't even know if he honestly finished.
After looking through his Instagram, they go to his ex's profile and they notice that something isn't normal. Something's just a little bit off with this whole thing.
Let's see what Ashley is up to today. Let's go to her tagged photos. Hold on one second. That's his sister.
Huh. Do you know if his sister was friends with her?
I don't know about that. That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird that his sister would be hanging out with his ex.
Like in the last 24 hours?
I mean, it says right here that Ashley follows her. 1 second. I saw his mom's page. Okay, Ashley follows the mom.
I mean, that could mean nothing. They did say that he and his ex didn't end on harsh terms, so I guess that's why the family still feels comfortable reaching out to her. But you do have to realize, like, that's not really a normal thing that happens when people break up with their exes. The only way to know how that relationship function is to ask the source, so they leave messages for all of them and wait for a response. I didn't mention this earlier, but Dade's ex Ashley does have a child. One of the theories that Rachel and Travis come up with is that maybe he broke it off with Andi because he's, you know, the father's child, but and I'm sorry to be a Sally spoiler, he's not.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He did help raise that baby for a while, and that is what's mentioned when they actually do get to speak with Ashley.
Rach, we just got a message back from Ashley. Is this for real? How do I know you aren't catfishing me?
Wrong show.
You know Andi?
No, I don't know Andy.
But you know Dade.
Yes, I know Dade. Dade is my ex-boyfriend.
Well, I'll ask you this. We saw that you have a beautiful child. I have to ask you, is Dade the father?
No.
Okay, do you mind telling us a little bit about it?
Me and Dade were friends, and then I got pregnant, and then we got together after I got pregnant. So he was there throughout my pregnancy and after I had my daughter, which I'm very grateful to him because he was very supportive, and so was his family.
Wow, that's a really big deal.
Especially being with somebody who was pregnant, our situation brought him closer to his family. And it brought him closer to his mom.
As I just mentioned, Ashley and Dade never had any harsh feelings after they broke up, so that explains why she's still able to have somewhat of a close relationship with his mom and sister.
Are you still close with his family?
Yes, me and Allie are still very close, and I talk to his mom occasionally, but
When you were dating, did you talk to his mom a lot?
yeah, we were very close.
Do you find it weird that with Andi, they were dating for about 4 months and she only talked to the mom one time?
Oh, actually, yes.
Okay, interesting.
We also learned how Dade and Ashley broke up, but the way he did it just sounds really strange.
Do they ever like make remarks like, when are you and Dade gonna get back together?
No, never. Him don't really talk or anything. It was hard when we did break up just because he wasn't ready to be as committed as I was.
What happened? Did Dade cheat on you?
He did have a wandering. He did like to look a lot.
Like, what do you mean by that? Like, you guys would be out somewhere and like he'd like look at another girl?
Yes,
How did you and Dade break up?
in person. We were in the room and he just told me that it was over, the relationship. That's as far as it could go.
Did you see it coming?
Yeah, I saw it for a while.
I have to ask, he took the time to sit you down and tell you that the relationship was over, whereas with Andi, he just ghosted her. Does this shock you?
Yeah, it's shocking.
I understand that Ashley isn't going to go into every little detail about their relationship and why they broke up, but it's interesting to me how he had the decency to actually sit down with Ashley like an adult and talk to her about their relationship, but couldn't extend that same kind of decency for Andi. 45 minutes pass and they get a response from Allie, Dade's sister, and she agrees to hop into the Zoom call with them to talk about what's going on. Allie says that she doesn't remember Andi. I know, I am so sorry about all these names that start with an A. And she talks about how she was a sweet girl, but she doesn't know why Dade broke up with her and suspects that it's because Dade enjoys the single life.
Do you know why Dade ghosted Andi?
I don't know. I'm his little sister. Of course, she doesn't want me knowing all of his business.
Do you feel like he doesn't want to settle down?
That sounds very accurate.
Really?
You can tell he enjoys the single life.
Travis and Rachel asks Allie if it'd be okay if she could reach out to her brother just to let him know that they've been trying to get in contact with him. And she says that she knows the only person he'd surely pick up the phone for is his mom, who actually happens to be there with Allie.
This is Travis and Rachel. They're from the MTV show Ghosted.
Oh.
What's up, Shannon?
Hi.
What did you think of Andi when you met her?
She was great. She's beautiful. She was sweet, kind. She seemed to get along with Dade.
Andi told us Dade was in firefighter school and he failed the test that he was taking. Do you think that maybe the reason that he ghosted her is because their relationship was a distraction?
Maybe we're trying to, focus on is getting that career. We're proud of that, and he's on the right track.
I'm not gonna say anything right now, but you see it on my face, right? I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. Shannon says that she's surprised that Dade ghosted Andi, but it could be because the family's going through a difficult time right now.
I guess my question is, are you surprised that Dade ghosted Andi?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going through a lot as a family unit. His father and I recently divorced, and that's an emotional thing to go through.
Sorry to hear that you guys are going through that.
Shannon eventually calls her son and lets him know that MTV has been looking for him, but he's sounding very hesitant to want to talk to Rachel and Travis.
Well, hey, I've got MTV on the computer, and they are wanting to talk to you. They've been trying to reach you. Can you try to figure out what's going on with this ghosting situation? I think you need to take care of this, okay?
No. I'm about to get in the shower right now.
They are wanting to talk to you. They've been trying to reach you. They've been sending you messages. You've been ghosting them too, actually.
Dade, it's Travis here. Look, maybe you're open to talk to Andi directly?
Can you talk to them, please?
Yeah, that's okay. I should be free tomorrow.
Okay, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Okay, he agrees to speak with them tomorrow, but I feel like they're going to instantly regret even speaking to him at all. This is when the clownery begins. Dade says that he's ready to join the Zoom call. Andi, she's feeling really nervous, but she says that she's ready to get some answers. So they go ahead and let Dade into the call, and there's a big surprise, not really, that awaits them.
I did get a message from Dade. Dade says he's ready to talk to Andi, and I sent Andi the Zoom already. She's in the waiting room right now. Let's bring her in.
I'm anxious and I just want to know.
Let me text him.
Okay.
Okay, he's in the waiting room. Andi, here we go. I'm gonna let him in, okay?
Ready, girl?
Yes.
Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
You're probably wondering, why is his mom showing up? Like, this is shocking. Aren't you shocked?
I'm shocked. This is shocking news. Shocking. I'm shocked.
Shannon says that she wants to take this time, take the opportunity to be honest and tell the truth because she hasn't been candid about her role in all of this.
Hi, guys. How are y'all?
We're good. We weren't expecting to see you.
We're a little surprised right now.
I guess you could call it coming clean, and maybe I didn't share everything that I should have.
Okay.
I know the reason Dade ghosted Andi. Dade was in the middle of school and he had failed some tests and tends to get a little, distracted. Andi, you are precious. You are a beautiful young lady, but I kind of maybe told him, maybe Dade, you need to just forget about relationships and focus on school right now.
This is like my second or third time watching this episode, and every time I see this reveal, I still remain speechless just because what do you mean you were the one who told him to forget about relationships? Like, yes, Dade didn't make that decision, but she was a direct influence in him breaking up with her.
I just want to get this straight. Dade ghosted Andi because of you? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I didn't tell him to ghost anyone. I did encourage him to finish, the fire academy. And, Andi, I'm sorry if he ghosted you, and that's wrong, and he needs to face that.
Also, like, you can feel the tone shift once she reveals this, and it's like everyone is like, I wasn't even on you, but now it's like, for real, you. Probably wondering, like, where is Dade? Why is he not explaining himself? Why is his mom here doing this?
Can I ask, where's Dade right now?
Dade's here at my house. He was a little nervous, and
I think Andi deserves to hear from him.
I'm sure I can persuade him.
I feel like you persuading him to do things has kind of been a constant theme.
Oh, okay, Travis. Whack her again while you're at it.
I'ma just scoot on over and let you whack him. Get him again. Get him for me.
While Shannon is getting Dade to join the Zoom call, Rachel, Travis, and Andi just talk about how crazy it is that it's her that's behind the breakup.
Now, I wasn't expecting that, Andi.
I was not expecting that either. That's like, really? Oh my gosh.
Not once, but twice, you're not hearing from Dade. And in both instances, his mom was involved. It seems to be a running theme here.
I don't like that. It's like, grow up.
I mean, it's the reason he ghosted you. Andi, the reason he ghosted you is because of his mom. I'm sorry. I'm like really just, it's really hitting me now that that's the case. I mean, he didn't make the decision on his own.
I don't think Shannon has bad intentions. It was nice of her to clear the air and be honest with us, but at the same time, it's like Dade needs to take some accountability.
When Lindsay asks Andi what she wants, Andi says that she wants to be with Dade, which I don't understand. I think Andi is a very sweet girl, but she needs to be more realistic about this. If someone breaks up with you because their parent told them to do so, that speaks volumes about their character, and it indicates that this person is not going to stand up for you. And it probably indicates that they don't really care about you that much if it's so easy for them to drop you like that. Dade eventually joins the call, but he's on some bullshit, and he's already trying to weasel his way out of really being honest and straightforward with Andi.
Your mom, Shannon, came on and pretty much told us why you ghosted Andi, but what we do want to do is we want to let Andi have a chance to talk to you.
Right.
So we'll step away.
Hi, Andi. You looking pretty?
You licked his lips.
Well, hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I just I had strong feelings for you. I felt like you had that too. So you ghosting me, I was very confused.
There was so many great things about you. We just vibed so well. You're just a great person overall. There wasn't a dull moment, you know?
He's telling her how pretty she is and how great it was to date her. I'm pretty sure she already knows all of that information. Let's get back to why you ghosted her. And Andi asks if it's true that his mom is the reason behind them breaking up. There's this lengthy, uncomfortable silence that just confirms it even more.
Did you really ghost me because of your mom?
Dade, say something
Yes, I did go cheat because of my mom. Like I was going to the fire academy. I wasn't doing too well. It was kind of hard to juggle two things at once. She gave me all this advice and words of wisdom, and she's been married at a young age, and that didn't last too long, so I'm gonna take what she has very deeply into my heart. It was more of a logical decision over emotion.
And because Andi still wants to be with him, she asks, how is your life relationship-wise? And this is what he says.
So how is your life right now for like a relationship?
I'm actually enlisting into the military next Wednesday. I'm leaving for 4 years.
A few minutes later.
Okay. You gotta get focused. I can't laugh at that no more. Oh my God, that man is such a horrible liar. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You little liar!
I actually can't stand him because it seems like he's incapable of confrontation, and it takes for Rachel to tell him to be straight up with her to actually tell the truth about his intentions with her.
I just don't get it. I feel like we're meant to be, and it's like, I just want to know, do you see a future with me?
Maybe if like we happen to meet like after service.
What's up, guys?
Dade, I feel like you're saying what she wants to hear. Like, I feel like what you don't need to give her is false hope. She asked you a very straight up question. Do you see a future? And I think that she deserves a straight up answer. Don't string her along.
Yeah, I guess I don't see a future.
A part of me can understand wanting to focus more on your studies because it's your studies, like you want to be successful with that. And let's just say that Andi was a distraction. Why not just talk to her? I feel like she's a very understanding person and she would have given him his space if he asked for it. For his mom to say that it was their relationship that caused him to fail his test, I mean, did you even consider that maybe he's just a little bit dumb and that's why? Okay. I'm doing a little bit too much, but I mean, you could have just considered that maybe he's just not good at taking tests or something. Like, why blame it on this whole other person who has nothing to do with that? I'm just saying I'm mature enough to realize that when I fail at something, it could be because of lack of knowledge. It could be that I just didn't put enough effort into it, or I just simply was distracted by something, and I wouldn't put blame onto other people. And just for them to put the blame onto Andi, I think is really and then for them to kick her to the side without any explanation, extra Why would you do that to her? Then for him to say that he's enlisting into the military, that man ain't listening to no damn military. If he did, thank you for your service, I guess, but you know damn well you did not go. And even if he did go, he said that he wouldn't want to have a relationship with Andi during that time because he doesn't believe that a long distance relationship would work for him.
Can you at least say why?
Yeah, I've had a long distance relationship. If it's not gonna work once, why would it work the second time, third time, fourth time?
I mean, I'm different.
From my experience personally, that's just what I've been through.
So you're gonna be single for 4 years? Not gonna be talking to anybody, no girl?
He nonchalantly says that the situation is sad, but he doesn't know. He just doesn't know.
I mean, it's like really sad that we had a connection, you know? But I know I need to focus on me right now. My mom, what she had to say, kind of influenced my decision.
Okay, so, like there's nothing wrong with having an amazing relationship with your parents. My mom is my best friend, but she doesn't make life decisions for me.
It's sad, I have emotion, I can feel it. I can feel this coming off through a laptop computer. This is hard, but Like, I don't.
Well, maybe your mom can come back and give you some answers.
Oh.
Ooh. She knew where to cut, and that was a precise incision. This is the point in the show where they decide if they want to continue talking to each other to try to rebuild their relationship or go their separate ways, and it's no surprise that both of them decide to ghost each other.
Andy, you decided to ghost Dade.
He doesn't want to be with me, and that's just that.
It's not personal. Like, she's taking,
It's
like...
personal because you ghosted her when you were in a relationship with her, and then you disappeared for a year from her.
I don't want to be with anybody, but I hope we're not on bad terms after this or anything like that.
I don't really think, like, we could be friends.
3 months later, they checked on Andi, and she's actually dating again.
Hi, Andy.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Back on the dating field.
You're dating already?
Okay.
It's someone I already kind of knew, casual.
This is good. Don't let one bad apple spoil the bunch. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No more mama's boys.
Is it safe to say that you haven't talked to Dade?
No. Psh, bye.
I'm so glad that Andi moved on from Dade because she deserves better. She can do much better, and I'm hoping she's doing much better. I can understand why she wanted to rekindle that relationship. He's an attractive person, and it seems like he would say everything that she wanted to hear, but that whole family needs to work on themselves. Like, I'm just being honest from what I've seen. I'll say this. I hope for Dade's sake that his mom stops meddling in his relationships just because he is an adult. He's able to make his own decisions. If he's old enough to enlist in the army, he's old enough to make some big boy decisions about his relationships, and she should just stay out of them. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If it's your first time on my channel, please make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you never miss another upload from me. I just want to say thanks so much for watching me. Thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.